like you said, you've never had no smut on your name. You never had nothing,
Never.
like no negativity associated. I mean, obviously there's negativity with
Now.
gangbanging and shit,
Yeah.
but in general, like you know, were Klecha, you're by the book, you know what I'm saying?
Until I got on YouTube, then people had a problem with it.
So
and when I started speaking about certain things, people had a problem with it. Oh, they don't agree with my opinion. So it's my opinion.
So that was even before this incident. People started tripping on you just by you being on YouTube.
You got American Chola.
Okay.
You know? Come on. Hating. Telling lies on the story on me at the car show. I called him. I went up to him. I told him let's go outside with his homie. I told my daughter to stay aside.
So what happened? Because the story that I heard is that American Cholo wanted your fade, and you turned it down.
He'll tell everybody that story. Who did I come over here with? Who did he come over here with? I don't need nobody with me, bro.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. I told my daughter, wait right there. Told him let's go outside. He didn't want to go outside. He walked around a little bit, laughing with his homie, talking about some paperwork shit. All that paperwork shit missed me with that homie. I didn't read the paperwork as a factual thing on him. When that shit came out from the
when Groomers Collective put out,
okay, but there you go. No wait, no, that's not who put it out. The food community put that shit out.
Oh, did they?
Okay, where Eyekon was at. Okay. They put that paperwork out to everybody. So either it was Eyekon or the other vato. I don't know who did it, but it came from them.
I don't think it was Eyekon, but
some people ran with it, read it as facts. I said in my video that was edited and put it up. I said, I don't know if this is real or not, but I'm reading this paperwork to call him out to read his real paperwork, what he got busted for. Because he said he blasted on a hura, he blasted an enemy or whatever, and he did 2 years in a YA drug program. No, you don't do that. I caught 2 attempted murders for 2 huras. That's 132 years, homie. I know what it is to get busted for that shit. So I called him out to read his real paperwork. Did I read that paperwork in the midst of it? Yeah, I did. But I said I didn't know if it was real or not. But he cut that off. He cut that part off and just put me reading the paperwork like if I'm trying to smut up his name.
Well, isn't reading paperwork, if we don't know if it's real or not, isn't that kind of a little irresponsible?
So, it could be irresponsible. But if you're saying you don't know if it's facts or not, are you saying it's a fact?
No, you're not. You're not. But that was so when that paperwork came out, and was that prior to that? Did you and American Cholo have animosity, or was that kind of what?
Yeah, he got in trouble for interviewing a dude named Bandit. He was a green lighter. He took it down from his shit, trying to hide that shit. He used to do or was collabing with Savage Studios that got smoked. You know, he tries to deny that shit. He ratted out his own little homie. You know, he self-admitted fucking ratting people out.
I go out like a straight cop. It was my wife's Tahoe back in the days. I go in there, I skid out. I come out with my flashlight. I said, get down. He gets all panicked. He's like, what? I said, get your ass down. At this time, I got the flashlight. I got my knee on his back. I'm like, hey, there's some little paisita lady that doesn't even speak English. She's out there in the corner of the house. I told her, call the cops, this and that, right?
You're a gang member? You're down for your shit? That's a fucking rat, homie. But yet this vato will go everywhere. Come take a picture with me, carnal. Come take a picture. Trying to all these gang members, dog. A real motherfucker that's been through shit, been out here, done this shit, gone to war with people. They're not idolizing this shit. They know what it is for homies to die out here. They know what it is to be ratted on. They know what it is to be smutted up.
Well, to be fair, don't you feel like American Cholo's kind of like been projecting a different image and trying to move past it?
No.
He's preaching community awareness.
Wrong. He goes with whatever the people like. He's a yes man. If a person talks to him about politics, he's gonna be all political. The left wing and the right wing and the Democrats and the Republicans. Yeah, he's gonna talk about that shit. He's gonna say, "Oh, I'm part of the board members in his community." Chale, he got the boot from that shit. Because he don't show up to the meetings. That's not bringing awareness. Holding a little homie down and calling the cops on them, that isn't helping the community. That little boy's going to have a fucking record now. But maybe you could talk to him. Maybe you could invite him into your home for dinner. Maybe you could give him a ride back home. Maybe you could give him some crecha instead of ratting him out.
Well, from my experiences with American Cholo, he has been a solid ass fool, and I feel like he does have his heart in the.
So you tell me, is that solid right there?
I
Since you think he's solid, is that solid? Point. No, let's get
that incident. That incident from the clip you showed me, like I'd have to see more. But
see more. He's telling you that. What do you mean you have to see more? That's favoritism, homie.
Well, no, like from what I like, obviously
You know what?
that clip,
When you get busted, if you ever get busted, you tell the homies that,
yeah,
and then you see what they tell you. You're
Yeah.
gonna get boop bop right with him.
yeah.
Facts.
No, like I mean that clip doesn't look that good for him.
It doesn't.
But it's just like you said earlier, people are going to take things out of context. They're going to take things you say out of context. Like you said earlier, hey, when I was reading his paperwork, I didn't say that I knew it was real or not. But then people are like, oh,
Yeah.
he was just saying his paperwork that wasn't true.
Right.
So it could be the same. I need to see the whole context to really make a firm statement. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and that's the reason why I'm chopping it up with you right now, because I don't believe in witch hunts. I don't believe in cancel culture. Now, like from where I'm standing, like this whole situation, like objectively looks really, really shaky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does, but I'm still not gonna like not give you a chance as a man to speak your truth.
Yeah, but the problem is, bro, is that these platforms now, these are the truth tellers. All the public believes that these platforms, every podcast that's speaking on anything and everything, that they're telling the truth because they have fans that rock with them. I got fans that rock with me, that believe in me. You got fans that rock with you. Your homie compa has friends that rock with him.
Facts.
Right? And not all your friends get along, homie.
Facts.
But they believe in you.
Right.
Right? So, I mean, the thing is that a lot of these people are, and when it comes to shit like this, you're putting a person up for sacrifice. In reality, you're putting somebody up for sacrifice, you know, on a false narrative or pretense that you assume, or narrative that you assume is true when it's not. You don't have the full context. And I'll give you an example, and we'll talk about politics real quick.
Yeah.
You got the mesa system in prison.
Mm-hmm.
If one carnal's politicking against another one, and that person has people under his wing,
Mm-hmm.
all those people are considered no good because they're loyalists to that one person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that make every person in that mesa bad?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, right?
But they're still all bad.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, in that person's mindset,
No.
but no, these are hitters just like anybody else.
Now, you obviously know a lot more about this stuff than I do. You know what I mean? But per my understanding, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Per, like, you know, the way that Southsiders look at things, you know what I mean? Whether or not the accusation is real or not, whether you knew or not, you're considered no good by what you did, by sleeping with an underage girl and having a kid with her. Is that true or no?
It's half and half. It's all favoritism. Whoever's gonna rock with me, I'm out here. I ran into 3 homies, you know, different times. They rock with me. I thought it was gonna be on, you know. Hey, I gotta keep my head on the swivel. It's whoever wants to be on some ignorant shit about it. And hey, well, you did it anyways. Handle it then. If you feel some type of way and you feel that I got that mindset of a motherfucker, dirty fool like that, handle your shit. But I'm not.
So there's no actual policy in place. It's a personal thing. Whoever, like,
well, I mean,
the individual.
It depends. You know, I'm not gonna say what they're gonna tell homies to do to me.
Right.
I'm not gonna say.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna talk on another man's decision making.
Does that bother you as someone that stood tall for all these years and now you got to deal with?
I'm still standing tall. There's nothing that this ain't affecting me.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
This ain't affecting me because I know my character. I know my moral system. I know who I am.